Hey guys, we're back with another edition of Fully Modded Fallout 4. Hey, quick status update. So, as a couple of people have been viewing, have been noticing, there's this stutter that I occasionally get where it just completely, like, it does this back, forth kind of crap, and then it kicks back in. So, I was messing around with the different mods to see if I could come up with a way to solve this, and trying to find out what was causing it. Let's see if that. Nope. Well, no, still don't have one. Okay, so I think I found what's causing this. So after playing around with a couple of different mods, I think it's the realistic force mod. I was starting to notice that every single time a bomb went off somewhere in the background or something like that, I would get that stutter, and so I started watching. It was like every single time I killed someone, I would get this random stutter, or somebody in the background would die or something like that. And so I took that off, along with, I don't know if a couple of you guys know about, I think it's called Orbiter, but it was designed for, that doesn't bode well. Let's see why we got that. Maybe we get another crash here. So anyway, so, it's called Orbiter, I believe. It was made for Skyrim, and actually I think it was made before that for Fallout, or no, I think it was originally Skyrim. So it was designed to go through and make sure that all the textures were compiled properly, or even dumb down some of the textures that were not properly compiled. And for the big problem for Fallout 4 is it's not supported because so many of the new DirectX files don't support the process. However, if you do run, now I'm getting something funky with the textures right there. Wonder if that's because of the program. I have yet to test this out, so do not like take this at 100% and think like, the problem solved. But I ran this program on the install folder, and it did find about 3 gigabytes worth of files that had errors. And so it pulled those out, and I didn't dumb down the quality or anything like that. I just redid the bitmaps. Well, I'm back in, and I'm not getting that stutter. So either it was the physics mod, or it was one of those textures causing an error every single time it loaded or something. But it does appear to be running. I mean, look how smooth that is if I just look away from this battle zone behind me. Now, I still get occasional jumps. See right there? Oh. I'm still not getting as bad as I had it before, but I am still getting occasional jumps. But this looks like progress. Looks like it's running at much smoother load times. Now, you also have to remember that I've increased the cell buffer area, so the cells that it renders every time is 64 instead of 32. And so because of that, when I enter a new when I enter a new area, it's going to load slower than the average load time, just because it's loading 2 times the area. But I was doing this to try to slow down or speed up the amount of time that it would take to load, and hopefully get rid of those stutters. And it looks like that may have been the best option. So, and another update. So, I don't know if you guys saw when I was going through the cities in Lexington, but I was noticing that the stealth, there was just something off. The zombies were, like, even when I crouch and I go into this, like, semi-cloak, there was just something wrong to where they would kind of, like, they would, like, aimlessly walk around kind of thing. And so, that was a big immersion breaker for me. To the point that, like, I almost considered dropping the armor, because I really do like a challenging game. And I'm looking around, I'm trying to see if I see any textures that are stuttering or suffering. But everything looks nice still. No issues. But, so I would recommend trying a couple of things if you're still encountering errors or you're still encountering slowdowns. A couple of people were telling me that. Ooh, hello. A couple of people were telling me that they're not able to run the build that I'm running, and they were surprised by the specifications that I'm running. I'm not running anything overclocked or anything special. This is a vanilla system, so to speak, and so because of that, I was, huh? What? Make a settlement. What? Alright, somehow I have made a settlement here. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, I made a settlement here. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we'll just go back to the old save game. So, back to the stealth. So, people were moving around awkwardly, and so because of that, I decided to go ahead and clear out. I had realistic stealth.esp going, but I went ahead and took that off, and I found another mod called Arbitration that a couple of guys have been working on, it looks like, and they have a couple of different things that they have set up in there, like bullet drop and a couple other different things, and so I took the realistic detection from that so people can see you from far away if it's broad daylight, and I took the a stealth overhaul that was in there, and then the core recommended features that it had in there. So gonna play around, don't know all how those are gonna fare. I'll make sure to upload the updated mod list, depending on what works and what's not working. He's set on killing me. Someone else is shooting him. Ooh, look at this. Got all sorts of people running around. Now, this cloak armor that I found, like, it's great, but one of the downsides, and I considered it kind of a balancer, is the fact that my scope doesn't properly work when I'm camouflaged. But I thought to myself, like, before it was set up to where I could just sit there with my sniper scope and just pick guys off while I remain cloaked, and I thought this was kind of too easy. And so when I accidentally, I was playing around with these combat scopes, and I switched it on my rifle. And now that I did, I no longer have a rifle that works while I'm crouched. Unless I can line it up manually. So because of that, it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, kind of a nice balance to the game there. But I'm gonna keep exploring. You can see that looks like the stuttering's gone. That's a good bit now that I've been testing that. I'm not picking up anything, so I think I may have found a solution here. So look into that. I believe just look up a Skyrim texture optimization tool, and I think it's called Orbiter or something like that. And then set it up manually to detect in your Fallout 4 folder, and then have it go through and have it go through and test all your textures. See, I hate that the realism force is gone. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and test and see if I can get realism back on. Cause that force, oh man, like I shot a guy earlier and he like launched in the air, and I just can't take that seriously. So let's see if we can get that back on there, and I'm gonna keep streaming, and we'll see if that's what's called